doing some research and troubleshooting for this gauge. A lot of people were saying you shouldn't run it in the cabin because sometimes they'll leak or bust and you got hot oil spewing in the cabin until you turn the car off. So I went ahead and put it out here and fired it up just to see, and it's working now. The only thing I can think of is I took the little restrictor fitting that keeps it from leaking out and accidentally broke it, so I just tried it without it and it was leaking a bit. So then I put some like Teflon tape on the line and put it back, and it doesn't leak at all, and it's working now. So don't know what the deal was there, but it's working, so I'll take it. And then my registration runs out, so I'm just checking lights and everything. I need to make these look like they're not zip tied on, so I'm probably just gonna run the zip ties on the back because I would have to have the bumper to screw them back on how they were, and obviously the bumper's not gonna fit on with all this here. So I'm gonna move the zip ties to the back. I'm already working on that one. And then last thing I need is a horn. So I found one on the front of this thing, and right now I've just got it grounded right here, zip tied to the harness so it doesn't fall down into the road. And I've just got this wire going inside. Literally, if they ask me to honk the horn, I'm just gonna do this right here. Preferably with the key on. Forgot that's a switched. Literally, they ask me to honk the horn, I just gotta do this. So I'll get it done. I'll wire it better later, but right now I'm just trying to get this done today before they close. So yeah, wish me luck. So I've got everything put together the best I can. I'm gonna go to the inspection shop real quick before they close. I wasn't able to figure out anything else quickly about these, so hopefully they just don't say anything about them. These bungee straps, I would imagine they probably will, so I'm gonna stop down the road from the shop and take them off. You know, but you need to remember to put them back on because that's what's holding the hood down. So yeah, let's go and give it a try. So the good news is I made it to the inspection place and back. The bad news is it didn't pass, but only for the reason that I thought, which is for these. They were okay with everything else in the car, but they don't want these zip tied in, so not too big a deal. I'm just gonna have to get some thin and long bolts to replace these screws and weld some tabs on here so that I can fasten this with screws. And they said everything else was fine. Of course, I didn't look too close at it, but you know. Anyways, I'm gonna do that and take it up to the inspection place sometime before the end of the month so that I'm not illegal. But I'm super happy with where I am with the project and how quickly I got it done. I wrote down the exact date, so I'd have to look at them, but I think like start to finish, I got everything done in less than 3 months. So for my first engine swap and for just doing a little bit in the time in the evenings because I work full time, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't feel like I could have done better, really. So yeah, I'll probably do it quicker next time though, now that I've got some experience under my belt. Good stuff. All right, so today I'm working on putting the dash and interior pieces back in the truck. So I'm gonna clean out the trash and clean up the wiring and put the dash on and try to make everything look better, because this is pretty gross. And it's just a cluster of messy things and I don't like it. So not everything has to be super pristine or stock looking for me, but I do want it to look better than that while I'm driving it around. So we've got all the dash and bezels and interior pieces here. I don't know if I'm gonna bother putting the radio back in yet, but we're gonna put some of this stuff on. So yeah. Oh, and another big one is the this boot that goes here. That keeps a lot of heat out, man. That thing feels like a hair dryer while you're driving, so definitely gonna put that on too. And we'll be set. If I get time also, I need to make these brackets for the front so that I can screw these on instead of them being zip tied, because that's why we couldn't pass inspection. So fix those and should be good. Little update, got the main piece of the dash in. The first time that I took the dash out to Bondo it and paint it, I ripped out all the HVAC stuff, you know, like the ducts for the heat and AC, because the truck didn't come with an AC condenser, and I live in Texas, so in the winter I just wear a jacket. It doesn't really get that cold here. So that stuff being out leaves me plenty of room for all these wires and stuff. Tons and tons of room, no worries at all. So I'm gonna zip tie those all up in there and then start placing some gauges. I guess I'm gonna put them here because obviously I don't run any HVAC controls, so I'll probably put the gauges up there. I would like to put a radio back in there, so I'll probably do that. And obviously vents went here, and I'm not gonna have vents, so I'll probably put gauges in there too. So it should look pretty sweet. And then I need to figure out a place to put my switches over here. I'll probably just take this out and put it here. I need a new steering wheel. So I've got a couple of the gauges mocked up where they're gonna go. Looks pretty good. And now I'm working on a switch panel to put in this box right here. I took that vent out. There's no need for it, obviously, because I'm running no AC. And I'm just making a little panel. So I'll put my switches right here. I may go ahead and paint it white, or I may not, we'll see. I'm just using, it's like particle board stuff that I had laying around. It's easy to drill through. I've got tons of it. It's easy to cut, it's easy to saw, and I don't have to worry about it accidentally conducting electricity. So yeah. So here it is, all done, or close enough. I'm gonna start it up and make sure that all the gauges work, and call it a day. Pretty happy with how it came out.